like there's a lot of heavy music and a lot of bands who claim to be hardcore bands, and playing what they say is heavy music, getting a lot of attention in the mainstream and selling a lot of records. So like, how do you guys feel about these bands claiming to be heavy bands and sort of claiming to be a part of a scene that maybe they don't contribute to? Do you guys do you guys actively separate yourselves from them? Or try not to think about it?
I don't think we actively separate ourselves from them, no, because we've played so many different kind of shows, and our U.S. portion of this summer's tour is probably with more bigger bands than we've ever done before. So, but I think it's good then in that way we're like exposing people to the DIY ethic or to different elements like veganism or straight edge or feminism, what have we when someone else can say something.
I think that the most of the kids in the hardcore community are pretty smart. If they go to a show and they see a band acting a certain way, it doesn't really matter what the band sounds like. If you act a certain way, you portray a certain image that is contrary to what the core beliefs of the scene are. It's pretty easy for those guys to stick out as as the odd man out, and they might be accepted in whatever scene they are supposed to fit in, and some people might like them, but like negative behavior or behavior that's just frowned upon or not necessarily not necessarily promoting a positive message. A lot of those bands don't continue to get booked for shows, and people don't support them, and then they end up having to play a different shows that are more mainstream type venues.
This is something we've interviewed lots of bands now, and one of the things we always ask, because it's interest, is like, what are you guys listening to at the minute?
Dude, I was DJing in the car earlier.
Oh yeah, I thought it was 2001. I thought it was 18, and I was sad in my bedroom.
This is what we listened to in the car today.
Everyone else was asleep.
Everyone else was asleep. They didn't want to hear it like that. But Taking Back Sunday, Get Up Kids, Jealous Sound, Velveteen, Brand New.
All the classics.
You guys are really sad.
Good, cool.
Pretty sad.
Val is good.
While I was sleeping,
Reggie in the Full Effect.
While I was sleeping, I was dreaming of Chain of Strength by Judge, and then possibly a Uniform Choice.
Okay, while Val was DJing, I was working on, I'm making this like huge old school hardcore compilation, and I got about 100 of my favorite songs on there so far, and I'm just in the ends. And the last one I was listening to was the first Madball record. I was telling Megan that was really good, but I also I didn't get to the ends, but Neon Christ, one of my favorites. What else was I listening to today? I mean, you just can't get over how awesome old Cro-Mags are, and I don't know, there's tons of good old bands. But I listen to that, that's not just like, I'm not like one of those guys just listen to a bunch of hardcore. I listen to other stuff too, like a lot of stoner metal and jazz, old jazz, and me and Dan like to kick it to some 60s reggae sometimes.
Some Rocksteady stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just say it, today, while Val was DJing, I had my iPod on. Today was a weird day. I listened to the new Punch record.
Why did you listen to that?
It's pretty good, yeah. And I listened to Combat Wounded Veteran today. Love Lost But Not Forgotten. A lot of like old emo hardcore stuff today. Scrams. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Screams.
Yeah.
Death Screams. Yeah.
Probably just listening to Kid Crash and Menagor.
Yeah, I really like Kid Crash. Always a good choice. And then have you got anything coming up? I know you've got a new record. Anything else you want us to mention?
Yeah, the new record is called Push Pull, and it's going to be out next week. And yeah, we have 2 more weeks this European tour, and then a month across the US as well. So.
Who's putting out the new record in the UK?
Actually, just there's not like a different European pressing, just because we have them pressed in Czech Republic already. They just diverted some over here. So it's 625 and Val's label disc as well, same as the first LP and 7-inch as well. Yeah. So it's always been nice having Val have this like hand, foot, and on both like the label and the band because I feel it's been great. Yeah. No, I know he like cares the band's point of view and the label's.
Nice. Is there anything that you guys really want to talk about?
Man, I just say
Questions of
touring, like the UK, man, it's been super great. With a lot of great bands and I don't know, it's just crazy. And, people are like, oh, we already got that record. Yeah, where's the other one?
Yeah.
Like, oh, how did you even get that? Yeah. See some kids with some old shirts from the first US tour. Like on a couple of first shows, that was crazy. It's just been all the shows in Germany. We've been pretty fortunate, touring with Madre and some of the guys from Glasses and Trainwreck help us out on the tour. It's been more than I don't know what to say. Super grateful that we have such a tight knit group of friends helping each other out. I think that's how it's supposed to be, and we're really it's really great. We're super fortunate for it. So super thanks to those guys for helping us out. Couldn't ask for a better group of kids to be with and hanging out with.
I've heard a lot of negative things about touring the UK, and for us, it's been so amazing, and the hospitality has been out of control, and the shows have been really good. And I don't know if the scene has changed a lot or if we're just really lucky. And either way, I'm really thankful for all the help that everybody's put in, and I'm glad that we're doing this and this kind of show happened and people are interested in talking to us. And I hope that it's it's a little bit that people like us, but I think it's more so the scene is just growing, and it's the DIY scene is working, and that makes me feel really good.
Yeah, cool. Nice one.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. Can I leave you this is the copies of our last?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. If you want we sell them for $150. So if you can make money off them, or if you want to give them out, whatever. If you can
Definitely.
that's £5 at the zines there. So.
Yeah. If you guys get these other ones out, man, let us know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because it depends on when you get them out, because we're on a US thing for it's 4 weeks. A good opportunity to distribute a zine.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it'll probably be a couple of months by the time it's coming out. I'll message you and let you know.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, cool. Thanks so much.